Ashley Webster on the ground. What types of complications could arise out of this Greek mess for business owners here in America? Joining me right now is Susan Lyne. She's the founder of BBG Ventures, an early-stage investment fund for women-led technology startups. Great to see you, Susan. Thanks so much for joining us. So the headlines out of Greece, it looks all but set to default on that payment tomorrow of $1.8 billion to the IMF. And, of course, there are capital controls. What kind of implication does that become for you investing in businesses?
Well, we're really looking at early stage companies, so not a lot of impact for the companies we invest in. They are primarily U.S. companies. I think that the area that's clearly going to be impacted here is the travel area, because that is a huge destination for tourists. This is high tourist season. Lots of people going over for either honeymoons or for family vacations. So there's no question that area is going to be impacted significantly.
What about just the idea of a global sell-off? I mean, we've got a market that's expected to be down 200 right at the start of trading. Chinese stocks crashed the most in 19 years overnight. And of course, Europe is in sell-off mode.
Well, for technology companies in general, this is going to have an impact. I think in the venture category, there's been a lot of money going into venture startups over the last couple of years. I don't think there's going to be an immediate impact there, but there may be more caution. We'll see.
Sandra Smith.
There's obviously a tragic situation playing out in Greece for the Greek people. I mean, when you look at their unemployment levels, it's disastrous. And this is a country that has been and is reluctant to take on austerity measures. In fact, they voted in a leader that promised them that they would not curb the spending in that country. And here we're talking about U.S.-based businesses. You specifically deal with them. And we've seen in this country reluctancy to curb our own spending or to attack entitlements in this country. It does send a message, doesn't it, to the United States that if we continue on this path, that we could face a similar circumstance many, many years down the road?
I think it really depends on what sector you're in. And when you look at the technology sector right now, and particularly early stage technology companies, what they're looking at is creating markets. They're not looking at how we sustain or grow old markets. And so it's the one area that I think is almost least impacted by this. These are a lot of young people who are transforming some part of daily life and saying we can make it more efficient, we can make it less expensive, we can make it more interesting.
And I love it that it's girls. I mean, your firm, the AOL seeded fund, is focused on next generation consumer internet products.
Exactly.
These stickers built by girls. You're seeing a lot of women and young entrepreneurs, female.
Absolutely.
So apps and.
Yeah, the really interesting thing, I think there's a generation of young women coming out of colleges, out of B school, who are not going to work for large companies, but they think, okay, we can build something, I can build something that is new, that is unique. We've seen 500 companies since we launched less than a year ago. And very interesting companies, very interesting areas, very diverse. And a lot of them built on this, right? Everybody has a computer in their bag right now. So we're seeing a lot of companies that are building new services on top of the phone.
But you still have Silicon Valley and a band of venture capitalists who it's an old boys network or a young boys network. And do you see any change in the attitude toward women who are starting technology companies or who are rising up through the ranks at technology companies? Because women still get